are making cherry cobbler now. I've got my green chilies mixture going for my supper tonight. And so we're going to make a little cherry cobbler. So you remember I told you that my pie crust, I might use half a package and I'll put the rest of it back in the box, put it up, bring it out for another pie or whatever. But today I'm going to do a cobbler. I'm going to need this one. Put that one up. This one's a little bit more than half. And I'm telling y'all, every time I go to the store, I pick up another box. I've got 4 boxes up there right now. And let me get my water. And make this crust. Y'all, this baby is right here. For y'all that don't know, I had a baby. My wonderful sister helped rescue some babies, some baby kittens, and I got one, and we're gonna make us a cobbler, cherry cobbler. Add a little bit more water to it. Now, let me tell you all something that some of you may or may not know. I have traveled with David for a long time. When he worked for a shot Gymtron, he would have to travel. Well, I would travel with him. We were like peas and carrots, always together. And y'all, we would stop places and they would say, oh, we have cherry cobbler. And I was like, woo, I love cherry cobbler. It's my favorite. And girl, let me tell you, they didn't make it like my mama or like I do. They would have cherry pie filling in some crust and called it cherry cobbler. Now, let me tell you, there's 2 different things. Right here, this is cherry pie filling. This is what you use when you make a pie. When you make a cobbler, you use cherries in water. There's a difference. There's a big difference. And it's what my mom taught me, so that's what I know. Whether it be right or wrong, I don't know, but that's what she taught me, how she taught me. So let me get some flour out here on my cabinet. We're going to roll out some crust, and what I'm using today is I'm just going to make a small little cobbler for me and David. Oops, let's slide off. So let me get my dough. This is what when you put the right amount of water, this is what it looks like. And it's not stiff, it's soft. And I'm going to put it in my flour. I'm going to knead it a little bit. I don't want to over knead it because it will make it tough. So I just push it in. Do it like that. Now I'm going to get a little bit more flour our area and my rolling pin. And I make a mess every time I do this. That's just part of it. So tonight we're going to have tacos. I've got my green chilies over here. They're cooking. Oh my goodness. Oh, it just smells so wonderful in here. So this crust I'm doing is, most of you all know because I've shown you several times, it's the Betty Crocker pie crust right here. It's best stuff ever. It's easy. It tastes like a homemade pie crust, even though it's not. Roll that out some more. Ooh, I'd give anything for a huge old cabinet. Move stuff out of my way so I can roll out some dough. Roll out some crust. I don't decorate my cabinets with stuff. I like to cook, so I don't want it all in my way. So here we're at a point where we're going to butter up our pan, and yes, girl, it's butter time. I always have butter in my butter dish, soft, ready to use, whether it's on a piece of toast or bake with or whatever. So we'll do this. Now I'm going to take my dry hand, get me some flour, and I'm just using all-purpose flour. Then I'm going to take it and just sort of smack the side of my pan to get that flour to get all over that butter, and that's to keep it from sticking. And now I'm going to pick up my crust, and the way I pick it up is I just roll it on my rolling pin and put it in my pan. You just have to sort of pick it up, lay it in there, keep the edges up because you need those. May have to move it around a little bit. There. Now I've got that all covered, all my sides are covered, and it's ready for my cherries. Got it all flattened in there. I want the juice. You don't drain your juice. Put it down in there like that. Come on. Let's see. Do I need another? I think I'll need another can. If I was doing a big casserole dish of them, I would need 3 cans. So, I've got this. Now I'm going to take some sugar. And I can't tell you how much, because I don't know. This isn't even a cup of sugar here. And I'm going to put quite a bit because it's tart. The cherries are tart. And I want them to be real sweet. So, I didn't use a whole cup. Now I'm just going to take this. I'm going to take the ends and I'm folding that down. Folding that down. Fold this over. Fold that over. And that's that. Now we're going to take a knife. I've got a stick of butter here. And I'm going to cut probably a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon cubes, and place it right on top like that. Then I'm going to take the rest of that sugar that I didn't use, and I'm going to put it right over the top because I want that to brown. I want that butter to melt and that sugar to help it brown. This is awesome. This is an awesome dish. It's cherry cobbler. Who couldn't love it? If you don't like cherries, you can always use, I guess, apples, peaches, whatever cobbler you want. But I always like to try and clean up my pan, the mess that I've made around it. That way it doesn't bake on my pans. I've had my pans for a while and I don't want them messed up. I want to keep on using them. So this is ready, and I'm going to stick it in the oven. But let me tell you, oops, there's that baby right there. Move, little buddy. what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some parchment paper on here because I don't want a mess. I just can't do a mess. I just can't. This is just plain old parchment paper. You can use wax paper or whatever you want, but cut me off some of that and put it on my pan, and then put my cherry cobbler on here. That way if it runs over on the parchment paper, not in the stove, the oven, and not all over my pan. Trying to minimize the messes the best I can. And so that's going to stay in there until it's really good and brown. I would say a good 30 to 40 minutes. Check it. Somebody's walking down the street. The alarm is there. So anyway, that's cherry cobbler. How quick and easy was that? It's just a simple dish, and we'll have dessert with that for a couple of times, and then it'll be time to make another dessert. I'm waiting for my Granny Smith apples to ripen up just a little bit more, and I'm going to make an apple pie. So I'll do that sometime this week. So you guys, I will see you all later, and if you have any questions, just put them down. I'm just trying to help people cook and get back in the kitchen and cook and find easy recipes to do that it's not real time consuming. Everybody's got stuff to do, especially if you've got a family to take care of and you've got kids. You don't want to be in the kitchen forever just to fix a meal for your family. So trying to minimize that and make it a little easier. So okay guys, here is this cherry cobbler. Everything's browned, and you want it to be juicy like that. That's the way a cobbler is supposed to be. Juicy. Oh my. Oh, this is going to be so good. Yum. Yum.